Welcome to Innovators Unscripted with Index Exchange, where we sit down with leaders across the advertising industry. My name is James Wilhite, and I'm here with Miles Fisher. Miles, you want to give a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me, James. Really excited to be here. Miles Fisher. I lead ad platform partnerships for Roku.
All right, we got a big stack of questions here, so let's hop right into it. All right, what does performance mean in streaming TV today? What outcomes are marketers looking to drive?
Yeah, so we think of performance is really in the eye of the advertiser. Performance can be things like reach campaigns, or performance can be things like ROAS, or actual outcomes selling things from stores or sites. So we really think of it as a broad spectrum, and we're really focused on helping advertisers achieve their goals.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. Give us your top rec for the best Roku original right now.
That's a tough question. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And we're really excited about the content that we're bringing on from other partners within our premium subscriptions ecosystem.
Yep.
So Fox and NBC are two partners, and World Cup fever right now. Watched the France game live in France last night. So
Awesome.
Not truly a Roku original, but really focused on kind of the Roku ecosystem.
Yeah, who are you shooting for?
USA.
Oh, of course. All right, same here.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any games yet, but I'm still rooting.
Don't say that to the locals.
Yeah, they're all back in the United States watching, so it's fine. With more data and signals available in streaming, how are marketers achieving that holy grail combination of scale and performance?
Yeah, I think right now we're finally getting to the point where we're passing the signals that advertisers want, and partners like you guys are helping educate both the buy side and the sell side on the value of more signal. Signal is really just a way to pass more information that allows the advertisers to better understand what's happening with the impression.
You're flying through these. Miles is the best. How has partnering with Index helped you continue to innovate and evolve your programmatic offering?
Yeah, it's a great point. Partnering with Index has truly changed my life. No. You guys have really helped us innovate, and I think the question at the top around performance is one of the things we're really focused on and working with you guys, because you guys bring a different pool of advertisers to the table. When we think about performance, and you asked it at the top, it's what are the goals? I think the advertisers that Index has worked with is really educating the market on more bottom of the funnel performance outcomes, where some of the advertisers that we've historically worked with are shifts from linear to streaming, and those are historically reach and frequency goals.
Yeah, that's interesting. How do you think of that for the linear to streaming? How do you think of that? How do you talk to advertisers who have historically just bought in linear?
That's kind of been Roku's bread and butter for the shift that we made as the largest streaming operating system. The TV market is almost $80 billion. Those linear dollars have gone to streaming, and we've been really successful there. But I think one of the things that a lot of folks are talking about at Cannes today are how can TV dollars steal from search and social, which have historically really been bottom of the funnel performance-based. And that addressable market is around $250 billion. So if we can all partner to pass more signal, drive more outcome, kind of the whole ecosystem wins.
Yeah, that lower funnel budget is really what's going to light up CTV in the next couple of years.
And at brands, those are historically different teams.
Yep.
So the video investment teams, the TV teams, we've worked with those folks for years. The performance teams are entirely different pools of money, and if you can help them drive outcomes, you can really grow your business.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks. What do we got next? What is the last title you binge watched?
I really like The Rooster on HBO
yeah.
Max. Steve Carell, really, really light and funny.
Yeah, HBO Max has gotten some hits, along with Apple TV. A lot of hits coming out.
Well, Apple TV, the guy who runs it now is the former HBO guy. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
As streaming becomes more interactive and commerce-driven, what experiences do you think consumers will actually embrace?
Yeah, we're really excited about the interactivity of the remote control.
Yep.
Taking out your phone, scanning a QR code is a really unnatural behavior.
Yes.
I think people did it because of menus during COVID.
Yep.
But we see really, really high engagement using a remote control. We have a solution called Action Ads that allows you to use your remote, send yourself a text, or open up an app directly from your phone. Television's really become a two-screen experience, and as if we can help consumers get from the big screen to the small screen and drive influence, that's a really important signal that we're able to capture.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What kind of brands do you think that'll help shift over as you think about using the remote instead of QR codes?
Yeah, I mean, the group that we started with, like most things at Roku, are our largest customers in the media and entertainment vertical. So we drive them from a video ad or from a native unit directly into content.
Yep.
And then we've seen really high adoption to what we would call like TV adjacent advertisers. So folks like DoorDash or Instacart, where you want to have dinner and a movie, things that are really organic, but we've really expanded that to almost all other verticals. Travel, when you're watching certain shows, can be highly engaging. Home improvement, DIY is a really exciting category for us as well.
Yeah, that's great. I can imagine sitting at home watching TV and thinking like the family wants pizza. Push a button, here it comes.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about years ago, Ryan Seacrest taught America how to text.
Yeah.
If you remember watching American Idol, you would have T9. None of us knew what we were doing. So
Right.
one of the things we're really excited about is how do we teach people to use the remote control,
Yep.
not just to change the channel, but to engage and make television a lean-in experience, not just lean back.
Yeah, I just saw Ryan Seacrest going into the iHeart radio tent yesterday. I was like, oh, there he is. I got chills. You know, like you grow up seeing Ryan Seacrest everywhere, and there he is.
That guy has so many jobs, so he might take ours
He
soon.
does. He's on Wheel of Fortune, which
Yeah.
that's a lot of fun. I could binge watch that and give me a full channel. All right, Roku recently surpassed 100 million streaming households and is rolling out its biggest home screen update in over a decade. What do those milestones mean for how marketers engage audiences at scale?
Yeah, 100 million households is a major milestone for us. One of the things that we say is we have Super Bowl sized reach every day. And when you have Super Bowl sized reach every day, that's 125 million people in the US that are seeing the Roku home screen every day. And it's really on us as the largest operating system in streaming to help customers get to content quicker. So the home screen redesign is really that. It's about pulling content forward using AI and recommendation engines. And it's a major step forward for us because we've historically just had the thumbnails and the apps. Now pulling that content forward, we're going to be able to do not only for a lot for our content partners, but also for our advertisers.
You and I were talking about these numbers recently, like the number of households, and I want everybody to understand what you were telling me. Like at first you're thinking, or I was thinking of Roku as like the puck, the dongle, and all of this, but how do you get to 100 million streaming households now that we're going into smart televisions as the asset?
Yeah, so there's kind of three ways that we have products that we get into people's homes. The first are what you kind of said, the sticks and pucks that we plug into the back of legacy TVs or upgrade other operating systems that maybe consumers don't like. The other way is we license our software directly to hardware companies or OEMs, right? So those are partners like TCL, and they'll have the Roku operating system. And the last one is Roku branded television. So that's an end-to-end solution that has Roku hardware and Roku software. So we're, in some instances, vertically integrated, and others we're a partner and a plugin. But all of those ways give consumer a lot of choices at different price points.
Yeah, so in my dentist's office, there's a Roku television on every ceiling, on every chair. And I sit there and I lay back, and they always ask me, what do you want to watch? I really don't care what I'm watching because you're cleaning my teeth and I'm just thinking about like pain and suffering. But I was watching a gardening one just last week.
You should have just left on Roku City. It's beautiful.
They do that before, and I also am like, great, I'll watch it. I'll see the billboards. This is fine. Like
Awesome.
I don't care, but Roku is on all of them. So
Love it.
all right, what's one trait the best innovators all seem to share?
I think it's intellectual curiosity.
Yeah.
All of the smartest people that I've worked for or worked with genuinely are curious on how things work. And when you're curious, you end up figuring things out and you find out how you can do more and do things better. So intellectual curiosity, I would say.
Thank you, Miles, and thank you everyone for watching Innovators Unscripted with Index Exchange.
Thanks for having me, James.